Hello, so this is my code. First of all, let me show you that the code is working properly. Let me show you with the example that we were given. So, okay, here it is. 5, 3, 7, 16. Okay, all the answers. Now I get ask again. And the sum, maximum, and minimum. Okay, let me show you the code. So, let me show you in order. It will be easier. First, I ask how many numbers it wants to enter. I save it in how many. I create the pointers with that. Then I save all the values on the pointers. Here we call accumulate, where I send the list number plus how many. And here I print the result of the sum, and then here I print the average, which is merely doing the sum divided over how many was entered. Then for the minimum, I created a formula. So I have the list of number plus how many, and the list number 0. So we go to return minimum. It simply returns the number that is the minimum. It doesn't do much. It compares the number and the minimum. For the max, I do the same. It doesn't change much. Then I print the result. For the square, I use transform. I send mostly the same. This is the list that they want to be transformed. And I use a square function, which is very basic. It's just the number by itself. So, where was I? Square function. Okay, here. Then I print it. I print the title. I use a for each buckle, and I use a simple formula named print that I did just for this, which is pretty basic. Here, print. It's just printing a space and a number. Okay, that's the square of each number. Then here I print numbers that are less than 1000. Since it's a remove if, I put the opposite of what I want. And here for this I didn't create a list. A function. I just put the code here. I use for each to print it again, right? And in this case, the argument is end, which is what was written here, pointing where the list ends. Then to display the numbers that are odd, I use remove if. I use this simple code where it verify if the number is a multiple of 2. And to print it, I had to think it about. I had to practice a bit. So I go from 0 to how many minus 1. And then what it does, it checks if the end is equal to the next one to be called, right? And if it is, like if the next one is the last one, I modify I to be the last possible number, so that when it starts the loop again, it doesn't enter. Then here is where I have to create the formulas by myself. I ask for the numbers again, I input it, blah blah blah, and here I call for my functions, right? I calculate min, max, and sum, and for all of those the parameter is the same, the arguments are the same. and then I print them. It's very easy, so let me show you the formulas. Okay, calculate the minimum. I have the pointers and the amount of items. For all of them, I initialized the first value, the one that I'm going to return, with the first value of the pointers because I assume that it's going to be bigger than 1. This is something that could be improved later on to verify if the number entered by the user is bigger than 0, because if it's 0 or a negative or a letter, it all crashes. Um, okay, and the good thing about doing this is that if the number is 1, you can skip this and just go to return, so that's efficient. And nothing, I call the function that I had already created that I mentioned above, and except for this because it's just the sum. So this way we are reusing code, and that's it. Thanks.